Hi, I'm John. Welcome to Mead Hall. Today we have an exceptional episode planned. We finally went to New Jersey's flagship meadery, Melovino. And for the first time on Mead Hall, we have a very special guest. I can't wait to introduce him, so let's get started. We're going to be drinking 6 different meads from Melovino. 4 of them are going to be drafts in honor of their prolific mead bar. But we're going to start with their traditional, moving through their draft line, and then we're going to end with a dessert. So, introducing Mead Enthusiast, Regional Commander of the Armored Combat League, and fellow mustache, Sean Krakenslayer.
Glad to be on the show with you.
How you doing?
Doing very good. How about yourself?
I'm great. You looking forward to trying some mead?
I am looking forward to trying all of these meads.
Awesome. What was your first introduction to mead?
The first mead I had was at a camping trip where someone had brought the Viking's blood.
Oh yeah.
Which I believe everyone who drinks mead has at least tasted. Has probably been the first for many a person. And you know, you get that taste for the sweetness, the spiciness, and just the sheer alcohol content of those.
Now, Melovino Meadery, it can really cross that line between mad scientist and genius. So we're going to start with something plain here.
The clarity is the first thing I noticed as soon as you poured this. It is a beautiful light yellow, less gold than a lot of the meads I have seen. That is stunning visually.
Oh wow, big honey aroma.
As far as meads go, I would say it's probably a medium sweet.
Yeah.
I usually run things on the medium dry to extremely dry end.
Get that maximum alcohol.
Yeah, and that feeling in your mouth of I need water afterwards.
Oh yeah. It's not cloyingly sweet?
No, it is crisp. I would say everything about this mead is crisp.
That crispness might be the orange blossom honey, the citrus notes coming from that. I just realized we usually make these really huge pours, but we don't have 12 glasses to use. So.
Oh my god, you just have to, I guess, drink it all.
I guess we have to drink this one. We have to drink all of it.
So when did you make your first mead?
In 2011. I was still in school in Cleveland, but I was home for Christmas holiday with my family. My brother and I just made a quick thing of mead, and we let it age for the next 6 months while I was off at school. And we came back, and it was mediocre. It was my first time.
I started getting into mead making actually with Nina, and I thought, wow, this would be a really cool activity to do together. And so we made a big 6-gallon batch, and then we just grew and grew ever since. And now we've got these humongous 50-gallon tanks. It's a great hobby, I think.
That first mead I've ever done is the only one where I followed the proper process and stuff on. After that, I've always, this yeast looks like it'll be fun. Let's do it over an open fire.
Oh yeah.
I have always done my meads over an open fire. Sometimes you get a lot of that smoky flavor into it.
I bet that would taste pretty good. All right, so the next thing that we're going to be drinking is from their mead bar. So this is going to be the Citra Bicha. The Citra Bicha. Citra Bicha. Should I just go even more Romanian with Citra Bicha? He really wanted to make this like an alternative for people with like celiac to enjoy that beer taste. They wanted to have that IPA style, but in a mead. And so this is, carbonated. One thing about Citra hops is that they have terrific citrus notes.
This one is significantly more cloudy and gold in color.
I would suspect that that's from the active fermentation.
That's what I would assume on that. That smells like an IPA.
That just smells like, a straight up IPA beer. Ooh. I think I can still smell the honey underneath all that.
You can definitely taste the honey underneath of it. Surprisingly, with how aggressive the hops is, the flavor from the hops is much more subdued, and you get a lot more of the honey flavor out of it.
I also want to talk about their cans.
Oh yeah.
This is 2019, you just can't talk about people's cans.
You're gonna do it.
Anything that they have on draft they can also put in a can. So they start with these blank cans and then they just handwrite on every one. I mean, I think that's pretty cool instead of having just a shelf full of growlers pile up. I think this is a pretty cool carry-out option.
And I think especially with somewhere that has such a large variety like that, that's a really good idea. You can get lots of different things in 16 ounces instead of 3 or 4 things in 64 ounces.
Right.
They were largely responsible for the legislation change for
Absolutely.
what meadery consisted of, according to the ABC. Because I remember years ago I looked into opening a meadery. The flavor on this it's subtle hops, whereas the aroma is much more in your face.
Sean, are you lactose intolerant?
I am not lactose intolerant.
All right, that's cool because we're going to go into their Brillo Milkshake, which is made with Amarillo hops, milk sugar, and vanilla bean. Let's get into it.
I think that was from the way you poured this as opposed to the other ones, but the sound of that pour was amazing.
Well, thank you. Oh, it's much hazier.
Yeah, much hazier. I can't tell if it's actually darker or if that's just because less light is coming through.
Yeah. Oh my God. I can really smell that like milkiness of it underneath.
I have never had that smell even with drinking lactose beers or...
Yeah, I mean, it's creamy. I'm not getting too much vanilla, and I like that because, as we know, vanilla can be a really overpowering element. So I hope that it just adds a little bit of an extra...
A top note at the end is what I'm looking for on that.
Oh, ho, ho.
That feels creamy in the mouth.
Yeah, doesn't it? Can we go back to that one? Tell me more.
I said something had a thick, juicy body.
Sometimes that's the right way to describe it. This tastes creamy in your mouth. It's got the sweetness that you would expect in a milkshake, and it's got that almost that fat content you get in milk or milkshakes that makes it stay in your mouth for a long time. And I'm very pleasantly surprised with the vanilla being such a light aftertaste on that.
Absolutely.
You don't taste it at all while it's in your mouth.
I agree. I mean, I think you really have to look for the vanilla, but you do find it, and I think that's really great. Do you know the song Amarillo by Morning?
I do not.
I'm going to sing it. So
I'm excited.
Amarillo by morning. Oh my God.
Is that your phone?
That's my phone.
That's a sign that you're not gonna sing it. I'm gonna be honest with you.
But I like to sing.
Taste this one.
Amarillo by morning. Amarillo, I'll be there. There, that's
What is
it.
that?
That's just that's my tribute to Stephen Cumby.
It's a Texas thing.
I was greeting people with howdy for a week after that.
So are we gonna see you on Night Fight?
You are going to have to watch the rest of the series to see if I'm on it.
Well,
getting the
we're
juice
all
today.
big fans of the History Channel's Night Fight, which airs on
Wednesday nights
Wednesday
at
nights.
10 p.m. 3 episodes left. There are 2 normal episodes and then the finale where all of the winners of the past 7 will be competing for the final time this season.
Andre Sanu, co-founder of the Armored Combat League, made Christian look like a normal human being. John Clemens is a normal-sized guy.
Yes.
Christian is a
a big
WWE
guy.
wrestler. And then you have Andre Sanu, who's just the statue of a Marine, come to life.
No twerking, just crunking. Crunk.
The next couple of ones that we're going to be getting to are going to be really off the wall.
I am very excited for these weird ones.
So we're going to be moving into El Guapo. It has agave sweetener in it. With some lime and orange, this is supposed to mimic a margarita experience. This is part of the mad genius of Melovino.
This one is another that is absolutely perfectly clear.
Yeah, just the tiniest bit of haze. Oh my God, it just smells like a
It
margarita
smells
mixer.
exactly like a margarita. You can even smell the salt in it.
Holy crap. Can you imagine this put in one of those freezing machines? All of everything that we said before is really coming through. The agave flavoring, the lime, the orange, and it's just like a margarita mixer. This is really something tremendous. And it's sweet too.
Yeah, and it is less sweet than a margarita. It is closer to the flavor of a margarita that is your top shelf margarita. But you do get that sweetness in it, which is amazing, honestly.
The next mead that we're going to be going into is Blue Sammy. Now this is another one of these absolute mad genius meads that he's making. This is a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Now, when I first heard about their peanut butter and jelly meads, I was definitely judging them real hard from South Jersey. I was like, what are these madmen doing up there?
That is my initial reaction. But based off what I've tasted so far,
It looks like grape jelly.
It does.
Whoa, peanuts.
Yes.
The peanut smell is just, boom, big hits you. And then, yeah, I can really smell like that jelly, almost like Concord grapes.
Ooh.
And again, that carbonation just really picks up those flavors and make them travel through your whole mouth. And my tongue is just getting so tart. Oh my God! This is a trick. This is a trap to make you like this mead. When you're being forced to smile, you can't help but like it. Damn you! I didn't want to like this. I really didn't. I thought it was going to be way too over the top of a flavor.
What is amazing with that is it kind of hits your mouth in the opposite of the way you would have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. You bite into your peanut butter and jelly sandwich, you taste your jelly, and then that peanut stays in your mouth.
Right.
This, as soon as you drink into it, you taste peanuts everywhere.
Yeah.
And then as soon as you swallow and inhale, you're just filled with this tart jelly flavor.
I'm going back in.
Yeah.
Ladies?
Yeah, that's a good idea. Give them the can.
Go ahead, have your own. We don't want to share
No,
this.
I don't want to give any of this out. You know, I did not think that I would like something more than the Guapo, but this caught me off guard. I thought I would enjoy it because the track record of what I've had today.
Yeah. I mean, so far there hasn't been a letdown, and this is our 5th mead.
That is impressive.
They say that they have 2 different styles of this PB&J mead. They have a carbonated and have a still. Being a mead maker, it's a hard life, isn't it? If
I don't know how anyone can deal with it.
If only we had something to console us. Now, I wonder if anybody's made a name for this kind of mead, the ultimate of desserts, the Cheesecake Meat.
I think if anyone would do it, it would be Melovino.
Right. I'm going to propose a Gramamel,
Ooh, I like
a
that.
graham cracker
That.
essence there.
I'm going to start using that.
A Gramamel. Here we go. No bake cheesecake.
Sounds like a fancy thing to call your grandma.
Oh, Gramamel.
I do not even have my nose near this, and I can already smell it.
Wow. Yeah. So yeah, this is a really dark red, just like a Merlot wine.
Definitely smell the raspberry.
Oh my God. I think I can already smell a gram too.
Definitely get a lot of that raspberry flavor.
Yeah.
But there's another mellowness to it that I don't think is the gram.
I wonder if they're also using that milk sugar.
I think so, because you can feel that in your mouth again, right?
Yeah.
I did not expect it to be as sweet as it is. I did expect it to be tartar, actually.
Yeah? Really?
Yes. The cheesecake portion of this comes from the feel in your mouth again, more so than the taste.
It has this velvety mouthfeel. He just puts like crushed up graham crackers right into the tank. So that's some big flavor that you put in there.
I'm starting to get the tart now, after a couple of sips through.
So it's tart and sweet.
It is actually the only raspberry flavored thing I have enjoyed.
Oh, not a fan of usual raspberries, huh?
No, they're not usually very sweet. They are usually very tart. I think this was the smoothest one that we had today. This is the one that I would choose as a dessert drink.
Sean, thank you very much for being our first guest here on Mead Hall, and it was a real pleasure drinking mead with you.
Thank you very much. I had a great time. These 6 meads were absolutely delicious.
One last question before you go. What would your suggestion for the followers of this channel be? I proposed Whisker Lad last week, and it went down in flames so hard in the comments. People have been sending me direct messages saying anything but Whisker Lads in the comments, and the obvious choice was Mead Haulers, but I thought that was just a bit simple.
You could go even simpler, but less syllables with mead heads.
Oh yeah.
That would be my suggestion.
All right. Whisker Lads it is.
So goodbye to all of you Whisker Lads. I hope to see you again.
And Whisker Lasses.
It's
definitely the same day. We didn't drink mead all night and forget to shoot the outro. Final thoughts on Melovino Meadery. Melovino has creative, risk-taking recipes. Sergio, the founder of Melovino, is a pillar in the mead making community. His mead bar is constantly rotating different flavors on tap. I can't wait to see what he comes up with next. My pick this week is Blue Sammy, the PB&J mead. Initially, I had some reservations before trying it, but it totally blew my expectations out of the water. I loved its uniqueness and I never had anything like it. Thanks for watching. And thanks for liking, commenting, and subscribing. And as always, if you have a mead that you want us to review, let us know and we'll try to find it. I want to thank Sean for coming down to the farm. If you want to get into some medieval mayhem with the ACL, we have the links in the description. Big thank you to everyone who subscribed. Last week we passed our 100 subscriber milestone. We got that custom URL and it's thanks to you. See you next time.
I didn't like this one.
I've been like suppressing burps like the entire time. We want to beat our friends, not break them.
Exactly. Like, it got to the point where I had to buy a kiddie pool to keep it in.
Oh my God. He was talking to me about in the shop and he goes, you know what crunking is? And I'm like, are you going to show me?